Yeah. All right. Feel like dancing? Get on up.
So we started to pack our stuff and get out here. You know what I'm saying? Start to make moves to come out here to switch our whole lives. So I was packing up my stuff and I kind of let her take charge in the whole what do you want to call it, networking part of the trip, because she's really good at it. She likes to do things like that, so she was contacting a lot of people out here and, you know, telling them what we wanted to do out here and telling them what, you know, our plans were, that we weren't visitors, we weren't tourists, we planned to actually relocate and take our lives from one place, and here we are, Tanzania, what's up? And so she was in charge of that, and I had a Jeep to sell, I had my dog to rehome, I had pretty much a one-bedroom apartment to pack up. I had a roommate at the time, but I had a lot of stuff in there was mine, so I had to either get rid of it, sell it, something. And then in the middle of, you know, that, like, mind you, this was a 3 months time span that I had to do all this in. And right in the middle of that, the day after my birthday, my grandfather passed away. God rest his soul. DJ Prayer, I love you. But I had to go home to Virginia, totally unexpected. I had to go home to Virginia for about a week and a half, and be with my family through that time, which kind of put a halt in my packing up process and my finances, you know, because it's not free to fly from the West Coast to the East Coast, especially last minute. So yeah, it was a very stressful process, to say the least, but I got it done and I did it right. While the whole time we were, you know, researching visas, what visas we needed, what the regulations were, what type of immunizations we needed to enter the country, and we had decided on the tourist visa at first. Even though we are not tourists and we are actually relocating here, the tourist visa was only $100 US for Tanzania, but in order to get a residence visa, which eventually I'm gonna end up getting, but to get a residence visa, it is $800 US, which I was like, well, what if we get there and we don't like it? I'll be pissed if I spend $800 on a residence visa and end up not even liking the place, you know what I'm saying? So the tourist visa is 1 year long, and the gag is that you gotta go every 3 months out of the country and, like, get another passport stamp to renew it, but it's good for 1 year, so we're good on that part. Anyways, fast forward to get back to California, and she was in Northern California, I was in Southern California, San Diego. But I packed my stuff up, sold my car, gave my baby a new home, and I left. I left for Virginia to go see my family and stuff. And she was in New York, because she's from New York. You know, I visited people, saw people I haven't seen in years, and it was good. It was so good. It was much needed. And then after Thanksgiving, I headed up to New York and stayed there for about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and visited some more people I haven't even seen in years, and it was just beautiful. It was a beautiful time. Then her and I headed out for Tanzania. We had a 10-hour layover in Cairo, Egypt, and you know we went to go see them pyramids. You know we did, and it was breathtaking. It was life-changing. It was so beautiful. Oh my God. And I plan to take another trip up there, because 11 hours, 10 hours, however long it was, it's not enough. It's not enough. I didn't get to see the Valley of the Kings. I didn't really go get to see the Sphinx. I mean, I saw it from like half a mile away. It's huge, but I need to get in there and go around, you know what I'm saying? I need to see what Cairo's about, see what Egypt is about. But anyways, after that long layover, we headed down here to Tanzania. We ended up staying in Dar es Salaam, that's like the main city, overnight, because one of the people she had reached out to, she'd been in contact with like the whole time, let us stay at his place for that time, for that night or whatever, and then he came with us the next day to Zanzibar, because we had made up our mind that Zanzibar was the place for us, because it's an island. It's a freaking beautiful island. It's cool. But we got an apartment there, but after about 2 weeks there, I decided it was not for me. Like, it's just It's too small. It's a lot of tourists go there, which is not the problem, but the problem is the effect that the tourists have on the other people. Because there's a lot of tourism there, a lot of the local people, especially the men, they call them beach boys, they pretty much like scam people, you know what I'm saying? Not saying the whole island is scammy, not bashing Zanzibar or anything, but I'm just keeping it real. Like, they're fishermen, they set traps and to catch tourists and tourist traps, and a lot of people are scammy, like I said, and it just wasn't for me. Plus it's just mad high, like stupid high. I just couldn't. So that's where her and I split ways, because, you know, we just had two different plans. We're on two different schedules and we weren't seeing eye to eye about some things, so we split ways. And I came back to Dar es Salaam for a little bit, and I made my way up to Arusha. I actually contacted one of the people that she was in contact with, and they actually ended up letting me stay at their family's house for 2-3 weeks there in Dar es Salaam, in this peninsula called Kigamboni, and it was beautiful. The family was awesome. They're loving. I'm still in contact with them. Like, I love them. Like, they're amazing. So he's a professional tour guide, so he took me up here to Arusha, and he actually showed me around, because he's from this area. So he showed me around, he showed me different places and stuff like that, and helped me find this house that I have right now, actually. Yeah, I hope that wasn't too long. That's just a quick story without too many details about how I made it from America out here. Rewind to like some of my reasons that I quit my job and, you know, decided to come out here. Like, it's more than just wanting to travel, and more than just wanting to take bomb ass pictures and post them on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all that. Like, it's more than just living free. Like, it's a journey outward as well as a journey inward for me, on a spiritual level. To be honest, it's me finding out more of who I am and digging deeper into myself. Like, yeah, I could do that in America, but it's something different. It's something different about being here in the land where my ancestors are from, and where my people walked the earth hundreds and hundreds of years ago and thousands of years ago. It's just something different about the lifestyle out here that's so natural and so carefree and open and loving, that I knew something in my soul was like, this is where you need to be. And I'm really that type of person to follow the voice in the back of my mind. I am. I've always been that way, and it's really never led me wrong. When I don't follow that voice is when I have the problems. And so I just decided, like, yo, let go of all this stuff that you don't need. Like, you know, I had a pretty comfortable life in San Diego. I had a good Jeep, I had a nice apartment, I had my baby Leroy, my fur baby, the little pug, 4 years old. I love him to death, and giving him up was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. But I knew I had to make this move, and I knew that I could not pour one more ounce of energy that I had into anything that's not gonna make me happy. And I made up my mind. Like, when I was working that job, I just thought one day, like, this doesn't make me happy. And so, like, I was like, I know I need to move on. And when I had my mind set on moving somewhere, I didn't even know where I was gonna move. For real, I did not even know where I was gonna move. And the next day I was like, this shit don't make me happy anymore. I'm done. And so I put in my 2 weeks that very next day. Not really knowing my next move, but I was ready to take it on. And so for the next 2.5-3 months, I did freelance photography and videography to pay the bills and to save money and put food on the table and, you know, stuff like that. And so I just wanted to make a change in my life. I knew that it was time. I was ready, spiritually, emotionally, all of that. Like, I needed to make that change. Thanks for watching The Process Part 2. If you didn't get to see The Process Part 1, the link is in the descriptions below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share.